The genesis of Black-owned businesses in Frederick traces back to a time when racial segregation and discrimination barred Black communities from accessing necessary goods and services in white-owned establishments. Born largely out of necessity, these resilient enterprises not only provided essential resources, but also stood as a testament to the unwavering spirit of Black communities to meet their needs and support one another amidst systemic adversities. These enterprises navigated through significant barriers such as limited access to capital, a critical lifeline for business growth and sustainability, and have confronted systemic challenges with the broader business landscape, including disparities in loan approvals and interest rates, as well as the lingering effects of historical discrimination that can limit networking opportunities and access to business mentorship. Yet, in the face of these hurdles, Black-owned businesses in Frederick have not only persevered, but they have flourished, contributing significantly to the vibrancy and success of our small business community. Their enduring presence and growth underscore the entrepreneurial spirit and the vital role that these businesses play in enriching the economic and social fabric of the area. Hello, I'm Shayna Knight, a community engagement specialist with the City of Frederick.
And I'm Guy Sampson, Chief of Staff to the Mayor. Together in recognition of Black History Month, we are excited to spotlight the pivotal role of Black-owned businesses in creating the rich fabric of our community's history and identity. This month in particular serves as a vital reminder of the resilience, innovation, and spirit that Black entrepreneurs have contributed to Frederick. From the historic avenues of West All Saints Street to the dynamic ventures that enrich our city today. As we share this journey together, let's uncover the stories of determination and achievement that not only commemorate our past, but also pave the way for a flourishing future. Historically, employment for Blacks was limited. Women typically worked as domestics in the homes of wealthy white individuals or performed service-type jobs from their homes, such as washing and ironing clothes and sewing. The men usually took jobs at nearby farms or served as custodians, delivery boys, or other low-wage positions. Despite facing significant challenges and discrimination, many Black individuals defied the odds and made significant strides in various career fields, including education, medicine, and law. Their perseverance and achievements continue to inspire us today and beyond.
But through those challenges, West All Saints Street served as the bustling hub of life for Black residents. Most of the services that Blacks needed to survive were located there. These services included, but were not limited to, doctors, churches, grocery stores, barbershops, beauty parlors, shoe repair shops, and recreation centers. The legacy of perseverance of Black-owned businesses in the city can be seen in present day through 88 Visual, BK Juices, SLB Barbershop, Cafe 611, the Affiliated Barbershop, and at Virtual Reality. Frosty's Barbershop, a cornerstone of the City of Frederick's Black-owned business landscape, epitomized resilience through its 42-year tenure under Thomas Frosty Hill. It was more than a barbershop. It was a vibrant center of community and history. Frosty, regarded as a local historian, would share his tales of Frederick's landmarks, like the Shab Row, the Tivoli Theater, and the Weinberg Center for Arts, highlighting the pivotal role of West All Saints Street in the landscape of Black-owned businesses. Beyond offering haircuts, sometimes free of charge, Frosty also fostered community spirit through organizing tournaments and sponsoring basketball games, establishing the shop as a vital gathering place for Frederick's Black community.
Like many other communities in the United States, the City of Frederick and its Black-owned businesses are no strangers to overcoming obstacles to serve the Black community. Join us as we learn the stories of the 6 of Frederick's Black-owned businesses: Advanced Function Health and Wellness, Frederick Ballroom, Jerk & Job Caribbean Kitchen, Lee Building Maintenance, Rollins Life Celebration Center, and the Safe Ride Foundation.
Black History Month is so dear to my heart. It's the month where we celebrate our forefathers who made an impact and paved the way to where we are today. I grew up in a family where there was a lot of business owners, and especially my mom, that's all she did all her life. The experience here in Frederick has been amazing, a blessing. So really, since we opened our doors, we've been overwhelmed by the outpouring love that people showed us, and we quickly developed relationships, where our clients, families, their friends, their co-workers got to hear about the words, and they just spread out the words, and people just come referred by our clients. So it's been amazing.
She's been very inspired herself by, doing research and looking into becoming an, independent business owner, right? And
Yes,
working for herself.
Lots of
eventually.
research. Yeah. I try to stay true to myself. In anything I do, I stay who I am. I feel like being honest and having integrity, people perceive it, and it helps to build the trust between you and the patient.
I had to figure out, how do I get this cleaning business out here so everybody gets to know who I am? And the biggest thing was I had to make friends. I had to go out there and meet people, connect. It wasn't just about the service I had to offer. It was about connecting and people see my genuineness, that I cared, and not only that, I could deliver on what I said I was going to do.
In the years that we've been in business, I've had a positive experience working in Frederick. I think it's very important to get active, get outside your comfort zone, and make sure that you are networking in the community, not only with people that look like you, but people who don't look like you.
Most folks may not have the capital to start their businesses, and I think we got to look at ways of how to help people in a way, show them how they can gain capital, what that may look like. I always say, and understand even the banking industry even more, is it's not all about always a no. It's about, hey, maybe not right now, but this is what you need to do to get the yes. And I think we as sometimes minority folks need to take that time to understand what it means to get the yes. I think I look at Frederick City stepping up and looking at their different ways of how they can help minority businesses out. Being a part of that piece was also important and inspiring to know that our administration now is saying, hey, you know what, we want to look at ways that the city can do business with disadvantaged minority businesses. I think those are all positives. I think we got a long way to go still, but I'm glad that our city is taking the steps to say, hey, you know what, we see that this is an issue and we want to see if we can make it better.
When I started in 2017, coming from Montgomery County, the notion was, Frederick was not the place for a Black business to come and open. But I've seen over the last 7 years, the diversity and inclusion and things sort of moving in a direction where I feel that, Black businesses can be successful in Frederick and in this community. If you look at the fact that, Frederick did have that reputation for a reason, some of those stereotypes belong there, because they're true. And I feel like as we're moving forward, some of those racist things that were around are still, unfortunately, in parts of the area. So I think, when I have someone, go to my social media page and make a racist comment, those are obviously barriers and things that we have to overcome. But outside of that, I think that the city and county have been really supportive of trying to make sure we're successful. If you come into the business, the first thing you'll see on the wall is my face. So, I just try to make sure that people know that, this is not, a huge corporation. This is a small business. It's a family-owned business. And just try to make sure that my face and my brand is associated with Jerk and John.
One thing that I think is an opinion that I have that no one really fights me on is the fact that Frederick might be one of the most altruistic cities in all of America, in the sense that, it's a great place to start a business. It's a phenomenal place to start a nonprofit. Between all of the volunteering organizations that we have, the Rotaries, the private foundations, and just the spirit of giving and all that good stuff. The thing is that Frederick has a huge heart, and me being from the nonprofit world, it's been really, really humbling seeing the amount of support that we get, especially being a Black-run organization. I know that when it comes to starting an organization, for-profit or a nonprofit, that the biggest thing is, a lot of times it's just support. It's having the right people around you. And also on top of that, access to capital and things like that. If you don't have the best credit, if you don't have the connections and things like that, take it from someone who, when I started, didn't have connections, credit, didn't have any access to funding, didn't have a clue, I guess is the way to put it. But I would always give people this advice, which is that I am living, breathing proof that if you have the right people around you and you want it badly enough, you'll find a way to figure it out.
Being in Frederick since the year 2006 has been great. I've lived in other states, I lived in other cities, and as a Black-owned business, the journey was not easy, but it was just a matter of mindset. Just that if you want to achieve something great, only you can make it happen. And it was just with that mindset that I was able to come this far. I'm thankful for Frederick. We have access to education, We have mentorship, we have great groups that we take advantage of, but it's just for the financial part that is lacking. And once that is being removed, I'm sure Black-owned business will be able to go further with their businesses. Only you can make it happen. It starts in the mindset. A lot of times, people's mindsets are shut down or limited. At first, I was scared when I wanted to open the spaces. I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but my mindset keeps telling me that, yes, you can do it. And with the great support that we have in Frederick, I'm so thankful for that.
So I was in the military. I was a hospital corpsman. I was in the Navy, 8 years. I was transferred to the Marine Corps as a medic, and I met somebody when I was on the ship who wanted to go into mortuary science. I never even thought about it. That was the furthest thing from my mind. But then when I came back, got out the military, I worked at Fort Detrick at the Infectious Disease Center. And then I started thinking, okay, what does Frederick need that I can give to Frederick and to the people? And there was only one funeral home here, African American funeral home, and they were kind of like slowly moving out, and other funeral homes were kind of like taken into the spot, into the community. So I said, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna become a mortician. I went to mortuary school in Baltimore, said 2 years after I get my license, I'm gonna open up a funeral home. Well, it don't work that way. 17 years later, I opened up a funeral home right down on St. Street, and from there we just went from St. Street to South Street to our present location here. You always have people who doubt what you do, and even today there's still people who doubt and will say negative things about anybody for whatever they do because maybe they just don't understand, or maybe they're just negative, that type of person. But I've had instances where we were belittled, we were talked about and all that, but you know what? When you have people do stuff like that, it makes you strong. It makes you want to even do it even more and get to where you want to be, to one day you can say, I made it. Find out what you want to do in life and then start working on it and work on it and work on it, because you will take a step back. You may take 2 steps back before you get 1 step, but you got to keep working on it. You got to keep working on it, because one day when you turn around and look, you're going to achieve everything that you wanted to do, and then you're going to be in good shape.
Malcolm X once told us, our people not only have to be re-educated to the importance of supporting Black businesses, but the Black man himself must be made aware of the importance of going into business. Just as many Black-owned businesses were originally established out of necessity to provide for the community's needs in the face of exclusion, it is equally essential for the community to reciprocate that support today. These enterprises emerged as vital pillars, ensuring access to goods and services when Main Street avenues were closed to Black Americans. In turn, the venture of Black individuals into entrepreneurship is crucial, not only as a means of economic self-sufficiency, but also as a powerful vehicle for creating generational wealth and fostering a legacy of empowerment within the Black community.
The City of Frederick urges you to not only celebrate, but actively support Black-owned businesses. Begin by asking these businesses directly, how can you best assist them? Furthermore, commit to long-term support. This goes beyond seasonal shopping and includes year-round engagement like making purchases, social media interaction, and writing positive reviews. Expanding your support, consider inviting Black business owners to networking events and group meetings, opening doors to new opportunities, and integrating them into wider business circles. This approach not only enriches Black entrepreneurs, but also diversifies your own networks, fostering mutual growth and understanding. In our collective road upwards, it's vital to support one another. Frederick is committed to honoring Black History Month and its integral role in shaping American history, reminding us of the power of community support in forging a more inclusive future.